Hello everybody. Today we're going to be playing a game called Champions of Norrath. This is episode 1 of the Let's Play series that I'm going to be making for this. This is a game that it's pretty old. It's for the PlayStation 2. Right now I'm playing on my PC using the PC SX2 emulator. It's pretty fun. It's kind of your classic top-down action RPG. You have looting, leveling, you can be an elf, a wizard, a barbarian, sort of tank. Um, it's pretty fun. I've played through quite a few times, but this is my first Let's Play, so yeah, let's get started. So start new game, we're gonna do a normal game, single player. We're just gonna do adventurous to start with. And here we go.
Champions of Norrath, thank you for answering my call in what may be our darkest hour. The unthinkable has happened. Orcs and goblins, once mortal enemies, have now become allies and attacked our beloved home in Faydark. Even as we speak, they move through Faydark Forrest unopposed. They have pillaged our home, Kelethin, and put our loved ones to the sword. Their tracks leave scars upon the land that may never be healed. Yet, my friends, I fear that this is only the beginning. If Faydark falls, then so falls Faydark, and then these beasts will have all of Norrath by the throat. This is not a battle we are fighting. It is a war, and it is one we must win. Many brave fighters have fallen, and many more are dying in the forests below. To win this war, I need more than soldiers with a will to fight. I need heroes, men and women of strength and bravery, who can turn aside this tide of hate that threatens our kingdom and all of Norrath. Who amongst you will take up the sword, the staff, the hammer, and drive this scourge from our land? If there be any who would lay down their life for the glory of Faydark, for the defense of Norrath, then speak now.
Okay, so we can now choose our character. There are the typical character classes here. There's a barbarian warrior. Pretty much with this guy, or girl, every character has male and female. Um, with this guy, you're basically a tank. You're just taking damage and dealing damage. I played through once with him before, and it was really fun. It was also pretty easy, if I remember correctly, because it gets to a certain point where you're just way overpowered, but still fun. This guy, Wood Elf Ranger, which is your classic archer type character, I've played through also with him before. This is the High Elf Cleric. I've never actually played through with the Cleric. He's kind of a mage style character. Decent attack, has some spells. Never really been a huge fan. This is your wizard. Similar to the cleric, but more spells, less attack damage. You're primarily meant to just use your magic with this guy. And then the Dark Elf Shadow Knight. This used to be my favorite character because it was a really nice mix of melee and magic. But I've got to pick one. Can learn offensive spell. Calling on the divine, they can deal damage to undead creatures. Buffing spells benefits teammates. I think I'm going to play through as the Wood Elf Ranger. That's what I had intended to do. And I think I'm going to do it. And now you can change their appearance, but I never really was much for this. I don't know, he's an elf. I think elves kind of look pretty plain. The hair. Kind of like that hairstyle a little bit. Yeah, sure. All right, now the points. So with the points, you have strength, intelligence, dexterity, and stamina. Strength is melee damage and carrying capacity. Intelligence is total mana and mana regeneration. Mana obviously is like what you use to do magic. With the archer, you can shoot like fire arrows and things like that. Dexterity is ability to hit with all weapons and damage for ranged weapons. So using a bow, obviously you're going to want lots of dexterity. Stamina, total health regeneration. What did I start at? 27? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Trying to do 5. Okay, I put 5 in strength, 10 in dexterity, 5 in stamina. My guy is going to be named Phink. And we are done.
Ah, a welcome sight indeed. My heart rejoices. If nothing else, I am wealthy in friends. But I warn you, the road ahead will not be an easy one. You may think the enemy nothing more than a rabble of ill-disciplined orcs and goblins. Do not be deceived. These beasts are treacherous, and they are led by an orc who is bigger, stronger, and more cunning than any I have ever met. His presence alone whips these orcs and goblins into the army that cuts its way towards us even now. But if someone, a hero, were to carry the battle to this orc chieftain, then perhaps our fortunes could be reversed. I need you to enter the great Faydark Forest, discover who this orc chieftain is, what his plans are, and if possible, defeat him. You will need supplies and weapons for the coming battle. Visit our shopkeeper, Nenmar. I have instructed him to provide you with whatever you need for a fair price.
Okay, so our task that we have been given
Can't kill orcs up here. I need to get down on the ground.
is we need to go into the forest and figure out who this orc chieftain is and what he's about. But before we do that, I need to change some things. Let's see. good there. Good there. Oops. So right now we are in Kelethin. Kelethin is where the wood elves live and hang out and stuff. But the important thing you gotta do is... Oh, I should have said, so we have a bow, we can fire arrows, and we have a sword. The important thing to do is... you always want to be looting all these barrels. Because the stuff that you drop from them is...
Halt! The Faydark lift is off limits by order of Leithkorias, Heartwood Master of the Wood Elves. No one is permitted to use the lift until every single goblin and orc is destroyed. No exceptions.
Okay, so it looks like we can't even get to the forest yet. We need to kill the goblins that have invaded Kelethin. But like I was saying, looting all these barrels and stuff, it's kind of tedious at first, but like you saw just there, I got a health potion and some gold. And you can really rack up the coin doing that. So at first we'll be doing a lot of that. And this guy's Nenmar.
So, you're off to slay the raiders, are you? Well, my hat's off to you. I gave up the adventuring life centuries ago to open this shop. Tanari willing, things will get back to normal before too long. You never know what might come in handy during a battle, so it's a good idea to fill your pack.
So this guy's the shopkeeper. We can obviously buy things and sell things with him. We're not gonna go in just yet, because I don't have anything to sell. But, you know, we're gonna do these barrels. Trying to think if there's anything else to mention as we're just getting started here. This is a portal. We'll use them later, but we don't have any other portals that we've found, so we can't go anywhere yet. Let's save our game. Alright, so 33 goblins we've got to kill. Now, goblins are not... they're not that hard. But if you get a bunch of them ganging up on you, that's when they can get you. So as long as you're just mindful of big groups of them, you'll be fine. Like, see, it's 2 arrows to kill them. It's pretty easy. Barrels of apples. That reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm gonna eat a whole bushel of apples. So it's pretty nice because you have your little elf guys here that are helping you. So you can kind of use them as tanks, and you can just pump them with arrows. Ooh, see, this guy's got a... and yeah, so guys with shields can block arrows, and it's super annoying. Ooh, sweet, leveled up already. Okay, so every time you level up, you get... I think every time you get 3 skill points. But what I do is... I'm trying to... I think for an archer type character, I think I always I think I do a little bit of strength and dexterity, and I haven't talked about this, but this is the skill tree. And every time you level up, you get, in the beginning, you get 1 point. Later on in the game, you'll get 2. And I think it might even jump up to 3 or 4, like way later on for higher levels. But, so like for example, I'm gonna do this extra 15% damage from my bow. And see, this unlocks the one beneath it, which is multi-fire. That can fire 2 arrows at once. You have a critical hit. You know, you have a cold arrow, a fire arrow. Um, 10% mana regeneration, a poison arrow, exploding arrow, and eventually dual wield. But these are high levels, you know, like level 20. I'm level 1 right now. So it's good to check our inventory also, because this game is like tons of loot, tons and tons of loot, and you can upgrade your weapons with, like you saw that one goblin had lightning damage. You can upgrade your weapons with fire damage and cold damage and all that good stuff, but we don't really have anything good yet, so we're just gonna go back. You use a lot of arrows. You're an archer, because you just stand back from a distance and just, you know, let it rip. It's like this guy's got armor on. Normally, if it weren't for these elves kind of helping us out and distracting the guys, I wouldn't have been able to get that one guy with armor, a single arrow, because he has a shield and he would have been blocking him, which gets pretty annoying later on in the game. For money, 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 nothing in there, bummer. Save. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm already running out of arrows. See, like, 3 goblins is kind of to the point where I get a little bit uncomfortable, because if you get surrounded, your health will drain pretty quickly. I try not to waste arrows, but they're not that expensive, but what they are is they weigh a lot. So you constantly have to be, you know, it's not the money issue, it's you're gonna run out of carrying capacity. Alright, so I'm out. But there's only 3 goblins left, so that's fine. Oops, forgot I was out. Alright, so there's only 2 dudes left. Woohoo! It is once again safe to use the elevator. Okay, so this is talking about gate scrolls because I just picked up a gate scroll. Basically, all it's saying is you have these things, and what it is wherever you are in the game, use a gate scroll and you can teleport back to the shop. So in this case, I would teleport back to Nenmar. They're pretty convenient because if you're in a tight spot, you can just use a gate scroll and it'll bring you right back. So those are pretty nice. And just like that, is kind of our first mission is done. Save again. So yeah, I think I'll probably end it there for today. Next time we'll actually take the elevator down. I'll probably sell some stuff first. Next time we'll take the elevator down, and we will get to finding the orc chieftain. Okay, everybody. See you then.